In life, there are powerful forces at play, forces that, when harnessed, can lead you to unimaginable success. But many of these forces are hidden, working silently in the background, unnoticed by most. One such force is something so simple, yet so profound, the bibliography. You may think a bibliography is nothing more than a list of books and resources, but to those who understand its true power, it is much more. It is a map to success. It is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. Every reference you add to that list is another stepping stone toward your ultimate goal. When you look at a bibliography, what you're really seeing is a road to achievement, a testament to the wisdom and knowledge that have been tested over time. A successful person, one who rises above the ordinary, does not simply rely on their own ideas. They stand on the shoulders of giants. Every title in your bibliography is a connection to the minds that have paved the way. It's as if, with every book you read, you are shaking hands with history, tapping into the collective wisdom of the world's greatest thinkers and doers. Their knowledge becomes yours. Their breakthroughs fuel your own. But the key to unlocking this power is understanding the process of continuous learning. A bibliography isn't static. It is an evolving testament to your relentless commitment to growth. The greatest minds of history did not stop at a single book, a single idea. No, they were forever hungry, seeking the next insight, the next piece of wisdom that could propel them forward. A great bibliography reflects this hunger, this thirst for knowledge and the pursuit of mastery. It demonstrates an unshakable belief in the fact that there is always more to learn. Moreover, the creation of a bibliography is not just about gathering knowledge. It is about building unstoppable momentum. The act of constantly adding to your list of references, of consistently seeking out new sources of knowledge, is a positive habit that drives you toward success. It is the foundation of your success habits. Just as you wouldn't build a house on sand, you don't build your success on a foundation of ignorance. A bibliography anchors you, keeps you grounded in knowledge, and with time the momentum builds. But this is not just about quantity. A powerful bibliography is about the quality of the sources you choose. It is not enough to simply collect information for the sake of it. You must be selective. You must choose those sources that speak to the highest levels of achievement, those ideas that have been proven to withstand the test of time. Every reference should be intentional. It should resonate with your goal, reinforcing your commitment to excellence. And as you build your bibliography, you are not just building a collection of books, you are creating a legacy. A bibliography serves as a testament to your growth and success. It tells future generations which ideas, philosophies, and principles guided you, and it can serve as a beacon for others on their own journey. Your bibliography is your contribution to the world of knowledge, an invitation for others to follow in your footsteps, to embrace the power of continuous learning and personal growth. So, when you look at a bibliography, don't see just a list of books. See a map. See the stepping stones that lead to your success. Understand the power it holds. The power to connect you with the world's greatest thinkers. The power to keep you in a state of constant improvement. And the power to leave a legacy of knowledge for those who come after you. The next time you build your bibliography, do so with purpose. Do so with a mindset of growth, of learning, and of commitment to excellence. Let it be a reflection of your journey, and let it be a powerful force in your success. The invisible foundation of success is not often talked about, but it is one of the most powerful elements that drive extraordinary achievements. It is the unseen force, the quiet support that makes all other successes possible. Most people look for flashy, immediate signs of success, the big wins, the obvious rewards. But true success is rarely about what can be seen at first glance. It is about what is built beneath the surface, the knowledge, wisdom, and values that form the bedrock upon which everything else rests. Success does not happen by accident. It's not a stroke of luck, nor is it a sudden breakthrough that miraculously appears. It is the result of a series of deliberate, consistent actions built on an unshakable foundation. And that foundation is invisible to most. It is comprised of the things that are often overlooked, the lessons learned, the resources used, the books read, and the wisdom absorbed. The most successful people understand that their achievements are built on this hidden structure. They know that every reference they make, every piece of knowledge they gather, forms the unmovable base from which all their future endeavors grow. Think about the vast library of knowledge that has been accumulated throughout history. It didn't appear overnight. It is the product of thousands of years of human thought, trial, and error. The men and women who have shaped the course of history didn't start from scratch. They stood on the shoulders of those who came before them. They relied on the wisdom and insights of past generations, just as you and I must do today. The foundation of success is not about reinventing the wheel, but about building upon the wisdom that has already been discovered. The books, articles, and philosophies we reference are not just a collection of information. They are the frameworks upon which all new ideas are tested and proven. Yet many people overlook the significance of this foundation. They focus on the end results, the public accolades, the external recognition, the visible accomplishments. But they miss the secret to long-term, lasting success. True achievement doesn't come from shortcuts or quick fixes. It comes from the steady, persistent accumulation of knowledge, skills, and insights. It comes from the invisible foundation that supports all that we do. And this foundation is forged through the resources we invest in, the time we spend absorbing new information, and the ideas we allow to shape our lives. The invisible foundation is built from within. It's about creating a mindset that prioritizes growth, learning, and constant improvement. It's about knowing that every book you read, every article you consume, and every person you learn from is an essential part of your journey. When you focus on developing your inner strength, the external results will naturally follow. But this doesn't happen by chance. It happens by design. It happens when you make the decision to constantly feed your mind with knowledge that elevates your understanding and expands your capabilities. It happens when you make the conscious choice to prioritize your growth over short-term distractions and fleeting comforts. This foundation is also about integrity, the commitment to hold yourself to the highest standards even when no one is watching. It's about knowing that the decisions you make today, the small actions you take in the quiet moments, will shape the life you build tomorrow. Success is built on this foundation of principles. It is not about what you achieve in the spotlight, but about the integrity with which you pursue your goals in the shadows. It's about ensuring that every step you take, no matter how small, aligns with the values and principles that support your ultimate vision. True success requires the courage to stand firm on this foundation, even when the path is unclear. Even when the road ahead seems difficult and uncertain, the invisible foundation is the strength that keeps you moving forward. It's the internal confidence that comes from knowing you are building something greater than just what can be seen on the surface. It's about having the clarity of purpose to continue, even when the results aren't immediate, and the strength to keep moving forward because you know that success is not about instant gratification. It's about long-term growth, sustained effort, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. As you continue to build your own foundation, remember that every action you take is a piece of the puzzle. Every book you read, every mentor you learn from, every conversation you engage in is a stone that strengthens the base upon which you stand. The strongest foundations are not built in a day. They are constructed over time through consistent, deliberate effort. You will face obstacles, setbacks, and challenges along the way. But these are merely the tests that prove the strength of your foundation. When your foundation is solid, when it is built upon the right principles, no storm, no setback, no failure can shake it. In the end, what separates the successful from the unsuccessful is not just the desire to achieve, but the willingness to build a solid, invisible foundation. It is the understanding that the most important elements of success cannot be seen. They are the quiet, often unnoticed efforts that accumulate over time, the wisdom that is gained in the moments when no one is watching. The visible rewards are simply the fruits of this invisible labor. If you want to achieve anything of lasting value, you must first build your foundation. You must invest in your growth, in the development of your mind, and in the strengthening of your character. You must be willing to put in the work when no one is looking, knowing that it is this invisible work that will ultimately make all the difference. The path to success is not a quick one, but it is a sure one. And it all starts with the foundation you choose to build today. A roadmap to achievement is not just a set of directions, but a strategic guide to turning dreams into reality. It is a clear, deliberate plan that outlines the steps necessary to reach your ultimate goal, and it is the one tool that separates the dreamers from the achievers. A person without a roadmap is like a traveler without a map. They may wander aimlessly without direction, hope, or purpose. But with a roadmap, you hold the key to unlocking your potential, guiding every action, every decision, and every step you take. When you set out to achieve something truly significant, the first thing you need is clarity, clarity of purpose. Without this, your roadmap will be nothing more than a vague idea with no real direction. The most successful people in history didn't achieve greatness by chance. They did so because they had a clear vision of where they wanted to go. This clarity is the first crucial piece of the roadmap. You cannot chart a course unless you know your destination, and that destination must be specific. It must be a well-defined goal, something that fuels your passion, something you are committed to achieving. Without this, any effort will be unfocused and lack the intensity necessary for success. Once your destination is clear, the next step is to break that goal down into manageable, actionable steps. A roadmap to achievement does not leave anything to chance. It is not a vague aspiration, but a detailed plan with specific actions, timeframes, and checkpoints. Think of it like a journey. You would never begin a long journey without knowing where to stop for fuel, food, and rest. In the same way, you need to plan for the obstacles and challenges that will inevitably come your way. A roadmap prepares you for these moments of doubt and difficulty by giving you clear steps to follow when things seem tough. It helps you stay focused when distractions try to pull you off course. These actionable steps should be rooted in practicality and consistency. The path to success is not paved with giant leaps, but with small, steady steps that compound over time. Every action you take, no matter how small, contributes to your progress. A single day's work may seem insignificant, but when added together over time, these small actions create massive momentum. This is the power of consistency. The greatest achievers didn't get where they are by waiting for the perfect moment or hoping for a breakthrough. They got there by taking consistent action toward their goal, even on days when the results were not immediately visible. Equally important is the ability to measure progress. A roadmap to achievement requires constant evaluation. This means setting benchmarks, milestones, and clear indicators that show you are on track. When you have a clear way of measuring your progress, you can make adjustments when necessary. Without this feedback loop, you may find yourself veering off course without even realizing it. Successful people don't just wait for the destination to arrive. They actively monitor their progress, adjust their approach when things aren't working, and stay flexible enough to pivot when required. The key is to never lose sight of the destination while being willing to change the path if needed. However, a roadmap isn't just about the destination. It is also about the journey. Too many people are obsessed with reaching the end without understanding that the true value lies in the experiences gained along the way. Each challenge faced, each obstacle overcome, each lesson learned adds to your growth and development. This is why a strong roadmap not only outlines the destination and the steps to take, but also emphasizes the importance of resilience and perseverance. The journey is where you develop the skills, the mental toughness, and the mindset that will sustain you in the face of adversity. One of the most powerful aspects of a roadmap to achievement is its ability to align your daily actions with your long-term goals. Achieving success is about more than just focusing on the end result. It's about focusing on what needs to be done right now. The roadmap acts as a constant reminder of what matters most, helping you prioritize your time and efforts toward things that will drive you forward. Every decision you make should be evaluated against the map. Is it taking you closer to your destination, or is it diverting your energy towards something less important? A clear roadmap helps you stay laser-focused and prevents you from wasting time and effort on distractions. As you continue along the path to success, it is inevitable that challenges will arise. You will encounter moments of doubt, failure, and frustration. But a roadmap to achievement doesn't just anticipate obstacles. It prepares you to face them with confidence and resilience. When you hit a roadblock, your roadmap will remind you of your end goal, and it will guide you to the next step, the next action, the next breakthrough. Success is not about avoiding failure. It is about using failure as a stepping stone. Each setback is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. And with a roadmap, you will always know where to turn when the road gets tough. A well-designed roadmap also includes a strong foundation of habits and disciplines that will carry you through the tough times. It's not just about knowing where you're going. It's about consistently doing the things that get you there. The habits you form along the way are what build the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Successful people understand this. They don't just wait for inspiration, they create it by consistently putting in the work day after day. The power of discipline cannot be overstated. It is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades, and it is what ensures you don't abandon your goal when obstacles arise. Finally, a roadmap to achievement is a living, breathing entity. It evolves as you do. As you grow, your goals and your approach may change, and so should your roadmap. It should not be a rigid plan that is impossible to alter. Instead, it should be a flexible guide that adapts to new opportunities, new knowledge, and new circumstances. The beauty of a roadmap is that it can grow with you, becoming an even more powerful tool as you continue to evolve and improve. It is not a one-time plan. It is a dynamic strategy that stays with you throughout your journey. In the end, a roadmap to achievement is not just a tool. It is the key that unlocks your potential. It gives you direction, focus, and the ability to turn your dreams into reality. With clarity of purpose, actionable steps, and a commitment to consistent progress, you can navigate any challenge and reach your ultimate goal. It's time to take control of your future, and the first step is to create your own roadmap. With the right plan in hand, there is nothing that can stop you. The power of continuous learning is one of the most underestimated forces in the pursuit of success. It is the engine that drives personal growth, development, and achievement. In a world where change is constant, those who stop learning become stagnant, while those who commit to lifelong learning continue to evolve and thrive. The truth is simple. The more you learn, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the closer you come to your goals. Learning is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing journey. It's easy to think that after reaching a certain level of expertise or success, you can stop learning. But this is the moment when the most successful individuals double down on their efforts to learn. True growth is not about reaching a peak and staying there. It is about constantly ascending, always striving for more. The power of continuous learning lies in the fact that it forces you to challenge yourself, to push beyond your limits, and to constantly evolve. It's not about accumulating knowledge for the sake of it. It's about using that knowledge to transform your life. One of the greatest misconceptions about learning is that it must be formal, structured, or traditional. We often think of learning in the context of school or textbooks, and while those are valuable, they represent only one part of the equation. Continuous learning goes beyond the classroom. It encompasses every moment of your life. Learning can happen through conversations, experiences, reading, observing, or even through failure. Every opportunity, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, holds the potential for growth. The most successful people are those who can learn from anything and everything around them. They understand that learning is not just about gathering information, but about applying that information to improve their lives. The power of continuous learning also lies in its ability to open new doors. When you commit to expanding your knowledge, you are essentially unlocking new opportunities. Whether it's learning a new skill, mastering a different language, or understanding a new concept, each piece of knowledge you acquire gives you more tools to work with. The more tools you have, the more you can do. Learning doesn't just make you smarter, it makes you more capable. It gives you the confidence to take on new challenges and tackle unfamiliar situations. As you accumulate more knowledge, you increase your chances of success because you are prepared to handle whatever comes your way. One of the most powerful aspects of continuous learning is the way it builds momentum. Just like a snowball rolling down a hill, the more you learn, the more you want to learn. It creates a cycle of growth that becomes self-perpetuating. Learning sparks curiosity, and curiosity leads to more learning. The more you engage with new ideas, the more you realize there is to discover. This is where growth becomes exponential. With each new piece of knowledge, your capacity to learn and grow expands, creating an unstoppable momentum that propels you toward your goals. But learning is not always easy. It requires discipline, consistency, and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. Many people resist learning because it can be uncomfortable. It forces you to confront the gaps in your knowledge, to admit that you don't know everything, and to challenge your existing beliefs and assumptions. This discomfort is actually one of the greatest gifts learning has to offer. It is only when you push past your comfort zone that true growth occurs. The most successful individuals are those who are willing to embrace discomfort, to face the unknown, and to continually challenge themselves to be better. The power of continuous learning also empowers you to adapt in an ever-changing world. Change is inevitable, and the pace of change has never been faster than it is today. The skills and knowledge that once made you successful may quickly become outdated. But those who commit to continuous learning are able to adapt to these changes. They can pivot, adjust, and reinvent themselves in the face of new challenges. The ability to learn and grow is what allows you to stay relevant and competitive, no matter how much the world around you shifts. In many ways, continuous learning is also about resilience. Life is full of setbacks, failures, and obstacles, and it's easy to become discouraged. But when you adopt a mindset of lifelong learning, you see failure not as a roadblock, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. Every setback is a chance to gain insight, adjust your approach, and come back stronger. Continuous learning equips you with the tools to navigate challenges and persevere through tough times. It teaches you that every experience, good or bad, is an opportunity to improve. It is also important to note that the power of continuous learning is not just about knowledge accumulation, it's about the application of that knowledge. It's one thing to read a book or attend a seminar, but it's another thing entirely to take that knowledge and apply it to your life. True learning occurs when you integrate new information into your daily actions, habits, and decisions. This is where the magic happens. The most successful people don't just know things, they do things with what they know. They take their learning and turn it into results. Ultimately, the power of continuous learning is what differentiates the achievers from the dreamers, the successful from the unsuccessful. Learning is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the key to unlocking your potential and achieving your greatest ambitions. It keeps you growing, adapting, and evolving in a world that is constantly changing. The more you learn, the more you realize that there is always something new to discover, always a new level to reach, and always more to become. The commitment to continuous learning is not just a choice. It is a necessity for anyone who wants to achieve lasting success and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. So, embrace the power of continuous learning. Never stop seeking knowledge and never stop growing. The more you learn, the more you can achieve, and the closer you get to becoming the person you are destined to be. Connection with the Masters is not just about learning from those who have come before you. It is about tapping into a deep, enduring source of wisdom, insight, and knowledge that can propel you toward your own greatness. The Masters are those who have reached the pinnacle of achievement in their fields, and their success is not a coincidence. It is the result of years, if not decades, of dedication, discipline, and deep understanding of their craft. To connect with them is to align yourself with the very principles that have guided them to their heights. It is about learning to think as they do, act as they do, and most importantly, adopting the mindset that makes mastery possible. When you connect with the Masters, you are not merely receiving information. You are entering a realm of deep understanding that transcends ordinary knowledge. These Masters have honed their skills over the course of their lives, often through countless failures, lessons, and sacrifices. Their success has been earned, not given, and their journey is one that holds profound lessons for those who are willing to listen and learn. It is these lessons, these insights, that can help you avoid the common pitfalls and mistakes that others often make on their own journey to success. To connect with the Masters, you must first recognize the value of their experience. Their knowledge is not just theoretical, it is practical and tested. It has been proven over time and it holds the power to shape your own path. But this connection does not happen automatically. It requires a commitment to learning, a willingness to study, and a deep respect for the wisdom of those who have already traveled the road you seek to walk. It is about understanding that your journey to success does not have to be done alone. By learning from those who have already achieved greatness, you can shortcut your path to success. One of the most powerful aspects of connecting with the masters is the ability to adopt their mindset. Mastery is as much about mental attitude as it is about skill. The masters possess a unique perspective on life, one that is shaped by years of dedication, reflection, and self-discipline. They understand the value of hard work, the importance of resilience, and the necessity of constant learning. When you connect with the masters, you begin to see the world through their eyes. You begin to adopt their mindset, which empowers you to approach challenges with confidence, clarity, and persistence. You start to think like a master, which in turn allows you to act like one. But connecting with the masters is not just about adopting their way of thinking. It is also about modeling their actions. Success is not an abstract concept. It is the result of daily actions, habits, and choices. The masters did not become great by thinking great thoughts alone. They became great by consistently applying the principles they understood, by doing the work that was necessary, even when the results were not immediate. This is the essence of mastery: relentless, focused action toward a specific goal. When you connect with the masters, you learn not just what to think, but what to do. The power of connecting with the masters lies in their ability to help you see beyond your limitations. It is easy to become trapped in your own beliefs about what is possible. But the masters have already broken through the barriers that many people believe are insurmountable. They have faced the same struggles, doubts, and fears, yet they have found a way to push past them. Their success is proof that the limitations you see in your own life are not as real as they may seem. By connecting with the masters, you learn that the only real limitations are the ones you place on yourself. You learn to challenge the boundaries of what you believe is possible and to push forward with the same courage and determination that the masters exhibited on their journey. Moreover, connecting with the masters allows you to gain a sense of direction. In the early stages of any pursuit, it is easy to feel lost or unsure of where to focus your energy. The masters provide a clear blueprint for success. Their experiences are a roadmap that you can follow, a guide that helps you avoid unnecessary detours and distractions. Through their teachings, you learn to prioritize what truly matters, to eliminate the distractions that can derail your progress, and to focus on the actions that will move you closer to your goal. This clarity is one of the greatest gifts that the masters offer. It helps you navigate the challenges of life with greater purpose and conviction. To truly connect with the masters, you must also be willing to embrace discipline and perseverance. Mastery is not something that happens overnight. It is the result of years of focused effort, consistent practice, and a refusal to give up, even when faced with failure. The masters have built their success on a foundation of discipline, and they understand that the path to greatness is often long and difficult. When you connect with them, you understand that the road ahead will require patience, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to your vision. But this commitment is what will ultimately separate you from those who give up too soon. The masters are not the ones who quit at the first sign of difficulty. They are the ones who persevere through the tough times and come out stronger on the other side. Furthermore, connecting with the masters means embracing the idea of continuous learning. Even the greatest masters never stop learning. They understand that mastery is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. As they achieve one level of success, they set their sights on the next, constantly seeking new knowledge, skills, and insights. This is the attitude that keeps them relevant and effective, even as the world around them changes. By connecting with the masters, you adopt this same mindset of lifelong growth. You understand that there is always more to learn, more to explore, and more to achieve. This attitude is what drives you to continually push yourself to new heights, no matter how successful you become. In essence, connecting with the masters is about recognizing that you are not alone in your pursuit of greatness. You have the opportunity to tap into a wealth of knowledge, experience, and insight that has been passed down through generations. By learning from those who have already walked the path, you can avoid the mistakes they made, accelerate your progress, and achieve your goals with greater ease and confidence. The masters have already done the hard work, and by connecting with them, you can leverage their wisdom to reach new heights of success. The power of this connection lies not just in what they have accomplished, but in how their experiences can help you shape your own journey. Building unstoppable momentum is the secret weapon of the most successful people in the world. It is the force that drives you forward, even when the odds seem insurmountable, when obstacles appear endless, and when the world around you seems to resist your every move. Momentum is more than just a result of hard work. It is the force that amplifies your efforts and pushes you towards success with an almost irresistible power. Once you unlock this force, it propels you to places you once thought were beyond your reach, helping you achieve what once seemed impossible. Momentum begins with the smallest of actions, but it grows exponentially with consistency. The power of momentum lies in its ability to compound. It starts slow, like a snowball rolling down a hill, but the more effort you put into it, the faster it grows. It's the simple truth. The more you do, the more you can do. Each task you complete, no matter how small, contributes to building that momentum. This is why the first step toward building unstoppable momentum is to begin. Starting is often the hardest part, but once you take that first step, the momentum begins to build, and from that point there is no turning back. The key to building unstoppable momentum is not to focus on massive leaps, but on consistent, deliberate actions. Small actions, repeated over time, can create momentum that is far more powerful than any one-time effort. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when the results are not immediately visible. It's the discipline of doing the work, day in and day out, that begins to accumulate. Eventually, this consistency becomes the engine of your success. Every small victory, every day of effort, every moment of persistence adds to your growing momentum. One of the most important principles in building unstoppable momentum is the idea of not allowing setbacks to derail your progress. Failure is an inevitable part of any journey, but it is also one of the greatest tools for growth. Momentum doesn't stop because of failure. In fact, it thrives on it. When you encounter a setback, instead of allowing it to stop you, use it as fuel to push you forward. Every failure contains a lesson that can accelerate your progress. The more you learn from your setbacks, the more momentum you build. Remember, it is not the failure that defines you. It is how you rise from it that propels you toward your ultimate success. Another critical element of building momentum is maintaining focus. The world is full of distractions, and it is easy to get sidetracked, especially when you are working toward a long-term goal. However, the key to maintaining unstoppable momentum is to stay laser-focused on your objectives. This focus helps you stay on track, even when the distractions seem endless. It is this singular focus on what matters most that allows momentum to flourish. Each action you take should be aligned with your ultimate goal. When you are focused, your efforts are multiplied, and that focus will act as a magnet that pulls you closer to your desired outcome. Momentum is also built through positive habits. The most successful people in the world are not those who rely on inspiration or motivation to drive their actions. They are the ones who have built strong habits that keep them moving forward, even on the toughest days. These habits are like the gears in a machine, working silently in the background to keep everything running smoothly. Whether it's waking up early, setting aside time to work on your goals, or maintaining a positive mindset, these habits are the building blocks of momentum. When you create habits that support your goals, you no longer have to rely on willpower or motivation to keep going. Your habits carry you forward. A crucial part of building momentum is learning to celebrate the small wins. When you acknowledge and appreciate the progress you make, you reinforce the behavior that got you there. Celebrating small successes creates a sense of accomplishment that fuels further action. It is easy to overlook small victories, but they are the building blocks of larger success. The more you celebrate your progress, the more motivated you become to continue. These celebrations don't need to be grand. A simple acknowledgement of your effort is enough to keep the momentum flowing. One of the most powerful things about momentum is how it spreads. When you start to build momentum in one area of your life, it begins to spill over into other areas. This is the power of what's called positive feedback. As you gain momentum in one area, your confidence grows, and this confidence impacts other parts of your life. For example, the momentum you build in your career can spill over into your personal life, improving your relationships, health, and overall happiness. This interconnectedness is what makes momentum so unstoppable. Once you get the ball rolling, it's hard to stop it, and the positive effects begin to multiply in ways you never expected. However, it's essential to keep your momentum in check. Sometimes we can get caught up in the momentum and lose sight of our original goals. It is vital to periodically assess whether your momentum is taking you in the right direction. Are you still aligned with your ultimate goals, or are you simply moving for the sake of moving? Building momentum does not mean blindly following a path. It means using that momentum to propel you toward your purpose, ensuring that every action you take brings you closer to the success you desire. Momentum should not be an end in itself, but a tool that serves your larger vision. Building unstoppable momentum also requires a mindset that welcomes change and adapts quickly. The journey to success is never a straight line. There will be challenges, unexpected detours, and changes along the way. The key is to be flexible and adaptable while maintaining the focus necessary to keep pushing forward. When you learn to embrace change and use it as an opportunity to adjust your approach, you increase the power of your momentum. The more adaptable you are, the more unstoppable your momentum becomes. Momentum is not a magical force that appears overnight. It is the result of small, consistent actions taken with discipline, focus, and a willingness to learn from setbacks. It is built day by day, moment by moment, and it grows stronger with each step you take. Once you harness the power of momentum, it becomes a force that propels you toward your goals with incredible speed and power. The journey may be long, but the momentum you build along the way will make sure you never stop moving forward. Commitment to quality is the foundation upon which lasting success is built. It is not just about delivering a product or service, it's about raising the standard in everything you do, ensuring that your efforts are always aligned with excellence. In a world that often settles for mediocrity, a true commitment to quality sets you apart. It is the difference between being average and being exceptional. When you commit to quality, you make a promise to yourself and to those around you that you will not settle for anything less than your best. This commitment drives everything, your actions, your decisions, and your results. At the heart of commitment to quality is a deep understanding that excellence is not an accident. It is a choice, a decision made every day to give your best effort in everything you do. Quality is not about taking shortcuts or cutting corners. It is about dedicating yourself to the process, no matter how long it takes or how challenging it may be. Those who are truly committed to quality understand that success is earned through persistence, attention to detail, and a constant striving for improvement. Mediocrity happens when people stop caring, when they take the easy route, and when they stop holding themselves to the highest standards. Commitment to quality, on the other hand, means pushing past those temptations and choosing excellence in every task, no matter how small or large. When you make a commitment to quality, you're not just elevating the results of your work, you're elevating your own character. People who are committed to quality take pride in what they do, and this pride is reflected in the outcomes they produce. They understand that their work is a direct reflection of their values and their dedication. Each task, each project, is an opportunity to showcase their commitment to excellence, to demonstrate their professionalism, and to show the world that they are serious about their craft. This mindset drives them to continually raise their standards, to learn more, to grow, and to push the boundaries of what they can achieve. One of the most powerful aspects of commitment to quality is the discipline it requires. Discipline is the ability to consistently apply effort and focus, even when the results aren't immediate or when distractions arise. People who are committed to quality don't look for shortcuts. They understand that the road to excellence is often long and winding, but it is worth it. They know that quality is built step by step, through consistent effort and attention to detail. Every decision they make, no matter how small, is guided by their commitment to producing the best possible result. This discipline builds over time, creating a foundation of trust, reliability, and dependability. But commitment to quality goes beyond just personal effort. It also encompasses a broader vision. Those who are truly committed to quality have a sense of responsibility to their community, their customers, and their colleagues. They understand that quality is not just a personal standard, it is a collective one. When you produce work of exceptional quality, you elevate those around you. You set an example, inspire others to do the same, and create a culture of excellence. Whether you are running a business, working on a team, or pursuing your own goals, your commitment to quality has a ripple effect. It influences how others perceive you, how they interact with you, and how they perform themselves. In a competitive world, the commitment to quality is often what makes the difference between success and failure. It is easy to be distracted by shortcuts, to rush through tasks, or to take the path of least resistance. But the reality is that those who commit to quality are the ones who stand out in the long run. Their work speaks for itself. Their reputation precedes them, and as a result, they attract better opportunities, build stronger relationships, and experience greater success. Quality attracts quality. When you prioritize quality in your work, you create an environment where excellence is the norm and mediocrity has no place. People want to work with you, buy from you, and support you because they know that when you commit to something, you give it your best. Another critical component of commitment to quality is the mindset of continuous improvement. Those who are truly committed to quality never stop striving to get better. They understand that excellence is not a destination but a journey. Every project, every task is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. They seek feedback, embrace criticism, and constantly refine their skills. The commitment to quality is not about being perfect. It is about being better today than you were yesterday. It's about never resting on your laurels, but always looking for ways to evolve and elevate your standards. This mindset keeps you sharp, focused, and always progressing. In the pursuit of quality, consistency is key. It's one thing to produce high-quality work once in a while, but true excellence is achieved when you consistently deliver quality over time. Consistency is what builds trust and reliability. People come to know that when you say you will deliver something, you will deliver it at the highest standard possible every single time. This consistency not only strengthens your reputation, but also builds momentum. As you consistently produce high-quality work, you build confidence in yourself and your abilities, and that confidence fuels your future efforts. It becomes a self-perpetuating cycle of excellence. Commitment to quality also requires a willingness to invest in yourself. It means continuously learning, developing new skills, and seeking knowledge that can help you improve your craft. People who are committed to quality never stop growing. They understand that the world is constantly evolving, and staying ahead requires continual education and improvement. Whether it's attending a seminar, reading books, learning from others, or experimenting with new techniques, they are always seeking ways to enhance their expertise. By investing in yourself, you not only improve your ability to deliver quality, but also position yourself for greater success and fulfillment in the future. True commitment to quality means that you refuse to accept anything less than the best, not only in your own work, but in the work you surround yourself with. It means raising the bar for yourself and others, demanding the highest standards from everyone involved, and never compromising on excellence. When you make this commitment, you set yourself apart from the rest. Your work becomes a reflection of your values and your dedication, and your reputation grows. People begin to seek you out because they know you are committed to producing exceptional results. Your standard of quality becomes a beacon for others to follow, and your success becomes inevitable. By committing to quality, you create a foundation upon which you can build not just success, but a legacy. Quality is not just something you do, it is who you are. It is the thread that runs through every action, every decision, and every effort. It is the promise you make to yourself and to others that you will always strive for excellence. And as you continue to raise your standards and live up to your commitment, you will see the impact it has not only on your life, but on the lives of those around you. Excellence attracts success, and when you commit to quality, you make success an inevitable outcome. A legacy of wisdom is the most enduring gift you can leave behind. It is the sum of your experiences, the lessons you have learned, and the principles you have lived by, passed on to others in a way that empowers them to succeed. Wisdom is not simply about knowledge. It's about applying that knowledge in a way that shapes the future. It is the ability to see beyond the moment, to understand the deeper truths of life, and to act in a way that creates lasting positive impact. This legacy doesn't fade with time, but instead it endures, growing stronger as others build upon it, carrying forward the lessons that lead to greatness. When you leave a legacy of wisdom, you are not just imparting facts or theories. You are passing on a way of thinking, a way of living that influences the decisions, actions, and futures of those who follow you. Wisdom is a compass for life, guiding those who seek it toward success and fulfillment. It provides clarity in moments of confusion, courage in times of fear, and direction in periods of uncertainty. When you share your wisdom, you provide others with the tools they need to navigate the complexities of life and achieve their highest potential. The power of a legacy of wisdom lies in its timelessness. Wisdom is not bound by the limitations of time, culture, or circumstance. While trends may change and technology may advance, the principles of wisdom remain constant. The lessons you have learned and the insights you have gained are not confined to a specific era. They are applicable to every generation. The beauty of a legacy of wisdom is that it is not merely a reflection of one person's experiences, but a universal truth that transcends individual lives. When you pass on wisdom, you are contributing to something greater than yourself, something that will continue to shape the world long after you are gone. Building a legacy of wisdom requires reflection. It is the process of looking back on your life, acknowledging the lessons you have learned, and understanding how they have shaped you. These lessons often come from struggles, failures, and challenges. The most profound wisdom is often born in the midst of adversity, when you are forced to adapt, overcome, and grow. Each trial is an opportunity to gain insight into yourself and the world around you. The more you reflect on these experiences, the more you understand their value, and the better equipped you are to pass on this knowledge to others. Your own struggles and triumphs become the foundation upon which others can build their own success. But simply having wisdom is not enough. To create a legacy, you must be willing to share it. Wisdom does not thrive in isolation. It must be communicated, passed on, and made accessible to others. This requires not only the willingness to teach, but also the humility to know that you don't have all the answers. The greatest teachers are those who recognize that wisdom is not a one-way street, but a shared journey. When you pass on your wisdom, you do not see yourself as the sole source of truth. Rather, you see yourself as a guide, helping others discover their own path. Your wisdom becomes a bridge, connecting the past to the future and allowing others to walk with confidence toward their own goals. One of the most important elements of a legacy of wisdom is the ability to inspire others to seek wisdom for themselves. A true legacy is not just about giving answers, but about encouraging others to ask the right questions, to challenge their assumptions, and to seek understanding. When you inspire others to think critically and reflect deeply, you give them the tools to develop their own wisdom. This empowerment is the greatest gift you can give. Wisdom is not meant to be hoarded. It is meant to be shared, multiplied, and passed on to future generations. The more you inspire others to seek wisdom, the greater your impact becomes. A legacy of wisdom also requires action. It's not enough to simply know what is right. You must live according to the principles you espouse. Wisdom is not abstract. It is something that should be reflected in your daily choices, actions, and behaviors. When others observe you living with integrity, purpose, and clarity, they are more likely to follow your example. The best way to teach wisdom is to live it. to embody the lessons you want to pass on. By demonstrating the power of wise choices, you show others the value of applying wisdom in their own lives. This is the most powerful form of teaching, living in a way that inspires others to act with purpose and intention. A key component of a legacy of wisdom is generosity. True wisdom is not about accumulating knowledge for personal gain or recognition. It is about sharing what you know for the benefit of others. When you give your wisdom freely, without expecting anything in return, you create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond your immediate reach. Every person you touch with your wisdom becomes a beacon for others, passing along the knowledge they have received. This generosity creates a chain reaction that can transform entire communities, organizations, and even societies. Wisdom, when shared, multiplies exponentially, touching lives in ways you may never fully understand. In addition to generosity, a legacy of wisdom requires resilience. Life is filled with challenges, and maintaining your commitment to wisdom requires the ability to persevere through adversity. You will encounter obstacles, doubts, and moments of failure. But it is in these moments that your wisdom becomes most valuable. Resilience is the ability to continue living according to your principles, even when circumstances try to sway you. It is through your perseverance that others see the true power of wisdom. When you keep moving forward despite setbacks, you show others that wisdom is not about avoiding difficulty, but about overcoming it with grace, strength, and clarity. Finally, the true value of a legacy of wisdom lies in the impact it has on the lives of others. The greatest legacy you can leave behind is one that helps others achieve their own success, fulfillment, and happiness. When you pass on your wisdom, you do more than impart knowledge. You change lives. You provide people with the tools they need to navigate the complexities of life, to make wise decisions, and to live with purpose. A legacy of wisdom transcends individual achievements and becomes a force for good in the world.